Okay, so we have started the discussion on the topic deductions from total income. And in the previous class, we have understood the basic premises of deductions and what is the process for calculating the taxable income. Because calculating taxable income is an important step before you calculate your tax amount. Because income tax liability will be directly related to your proper calculation of taxable amount. So first step will be the calculation of the gross total income, which will be calculated using the 5 heads of income provisions. Okay, after calculating the gross total income, there are some benefits given by the income tax government of India, that is known as deductions from gross total income. Okay, basically these are related to the investments you make during the year. So ATC, last class we have discussed about this section, ATC, and total list of deductions you will get in the chapter 6A of Income Tax Act. So chapter 6A will be discussing about the deductions applicable from the gross total income. So ATC is basically investment based deduction, like LIC payments, fixed deposit for 5 years, okay, mutual funds payments, okay, repayment of housing loan principal amount, interest amount you will get in the house property topic only. Okay, section 24 we have seen no deductions, house property topic, tuition fees of children, provident fund contribution, then public provident fund. All these are amounts which are basically investment type in nature. So if you make investment in these, this is just an illustrative list. Much elaborate list is there that you can refer to section ATC for detailed discussion. So ATC amount allowed for deduction is 1,50,000 or amount paid, whichever is lower. Okay, suppose LIC payment, if you are making 2 lakhs during the year, LIC premium you have paid 2 lakhs, but you will not get 2 lakhs. It will be limited or restricted to 1,50,000 only. Okay. Similarly, if you are paying LIC payment, suppose let us take 70,000, so you will get only 70,000. Okay, and you will have to do the total of all these payments, and 1,50,000 only will get from the total. For each 1,50,000 limit is not there. Entire ATC 1,50,000 will be the limit. Okay, suppose if you are making LIC payments 70,000. Okay, PF contribution you have done 70,000. So how much you have contributed in ATC? 1,40,000. So you will get 1,40,000 as a deduction. Suppose LIC payment, if you are doing 1 lakh during the year premium, and 70,000 you have contributed in the PF. So total amount you have deposited for ATC purpose is 1,70,000. But 1,70,000 you will not get. You will get only 1,50,000 because this is the maximum ceiling or limit. Okay, so words if you will see, it is 1,50,000 rupees or amount paid, whichever is lower. Okay, so this is about the ATC deduction. You have to just remember the amounts and what all contributions are covered under ATC. Next important deduction which is given under Income Tax Act is ATD. Very important deduction and popular deduction also. ATD is about mediclaim. Okay, mediclaim, normally word used in the act will be medical insurance premium. So that is mediclaim in our layman terms. See, nowadays medical insurance is very popular. Everybody will take mediclaim policies. So if you're making payment towards mediclaim policies, medical insurance premium policies, you will get deductions for that from the gross total income. So for that purpose, income tax has divided the persons into two types. Okay. One is the non-senior citizen case and another is the senior citizen. So senior citizen means a person who is 60 years and above and resident in India. So if any person is a resident in India and he or she is above 60 years, they will be called as senior citizen. So if non-senior citizen premium you are paying for yourself, spouse and dependent children, very important. Those children who are independent, they will not be covered under Mediclaim premium for deduction purpose. Okay, what is the meaning of dependent children and independent children? Dependent children means those children who are not employed yet, they are not earning by themselves. Okay, they are depending upon their parents, and those children who have started earning money by themselves, they will be becoming an independent children. So suppose if you are depositing medical premium for yourself, your spouse or dependent children, you will get deduction up to 25,000 rupees. Okay, suppose medical premium you are paying 30,000, you will get deduction up to 25,000 or whichever is lower. Suppose if you have taken policy of 20,000 only, you will get 20,000 as a deduction. Okay. In addition to that, you can claim the deduction for the medical premium paid for the parents also. Okay. So medical premium paid for parents is also allowed. Additional amount will be 25,000 in case both are non-senior citizen. Individual is also a non-senior citizen. Parents of individuals are also non-senior citizen. In that case, total deduction, maximum deduction he can get is 50,000. Okay. Second case, individual is a non-senior citizen, but parents are senior citizen. In that case, individual, his spouse and dependent children will get 25,000 deduction, and premium paid for parents, he will get 50,000 deduction. So this is another case, that is he will get 75,000 reduction in this case. Now one more case can come, both individual and parents are also senior citizen. In that case, he can get 50-50, that is up to 1 lakh rupees he can claim deduction on medical insurance premium paid or amount paid, whichever is lower. Suppose if he is paying only 70,000, he cannot claim 1 lakh. He can claim only 70,000 because here one restriction is given, maximum or actual, whichever is lower. So that you have to understand for medical premium paid. So just you have to understand these limits. There is nothing more in that. So if parents and individuals are both non-senior citizen, 25-25. If parents are senior citizen, individual is a non-senior citizen, then he will get 25 and 50. And both are senior citizen, he will get 50-50, that is maximum 1 lakh rupees he can claim as a deduction if he is paying medical insurance premium there. Clear this part? 80D deduction is about medical insurance premium paid, popularly called as Mediclaim. Understood this much, everybody? Okay. So 80C is investment based deduction, 80D is for the medical insurance premium. Now, next important deduction is the interest paid on loan taken for higher education. So if a person is taking his loan for higher education purpose, so whatever interest is paid on that loan taken for higher education purpose, he will get the deduction. There is no limit. Whatever interest a person is paying, he will get the deductions for that amount. Okay. So interest paid on loan taken for higher education, there is no limit. Which section is applicable? Section 80E. You have to remember this sections. 80 is for interest paid on loan taken for higher education. Okay. So there is no limit for interest paid on loan taken for higher education. Clear? Whatever amount is there, you will get as a deduction. So you can note and keep this important provision. ATC, investment based deductions, LIC, PF, repayment of housing loan, principal amount, etc. 80D is mediclaim. 80 is interest taken on loan, interest paid on loan taken for higher education. Okay. So 80U is applicable for disabled person. If a disabled person is there and his disability is normal, he can claim up to 75,000 as a deduction from his gross total income. And if it is severe, that is disability is more than 80%, then he can claim deduction up to 1 lakh rupees. This is a blanket deduction. Here condition is not there, that amount should be spent, etc. Okay, just a person has to take the certificate from a registered medical practitioner, means a doctor, that this disability is there and percentage of disability. If it is more than 80%, then he can claim up to 1 lakh rupees. Otherwise, he will get up to 75,000. Even if he is not incurring any expenditure, then also that person can claim the deduction. Only thing is that you should have a certificate. That person should have a certificate from the registered medical practitioner. So these are the limits. Okay, and two more important deductions are there, which is interest from saving account and interest in case of senior citizen. This we will discuss in the next class. Okay, because this is a important deduction which is applicable to most of the persons, because everybody will be having the saving account and FDs, etc. So this we will discuss in the next class. Two important deduction, that is deduction in respect of interest from saving account and deduction in respect of interest in case of senior citizen. So these two sections we will discuss in the next class.